if I missed you or missed Mom and Dad for some reason, my name is Kevin Ritter. I'm the president of Coast to Coast Baseball. I've been with the organization since we started 15 years ago. What I'd like to do here in the next few minutes, guys, is tell you a little bit about my background, tell you about the coaches that are going to be working with you today. I want to tell you about the history of Coast to Coast Baseball and then explain to you what we're going to do with you over the course of the next 2 hours. As I said, guys, my name's Kevin Ritter. I played my college baseball at Central Michigan University in the MAC. After I was finished playing there, I had an opportunity to go and play overseas in Europe for several years. For the last 15 years, guys, I've been involved taking teams literally around the world, to Europe, to Australia, to Asia, to Latin America, and I'm the founder of Coast to Coast Baseball. The gentlemen that are going to be with us today, this gentleman here in the red is my father. His name is Ritter. He played at Western Michigan University, another MAC school, and his background's very similar to mine in terms of traveling the world with baseball teams. The third gentleman that's going to be with us today is Coach Bobby Wright. He's an assistant here at OU. So I think you've got 3 very good sets of eyes on you today, guys. Coast to Coast Baseball, as I said, was founded 15 years ago. In those 15 years, guys, we've had nearly 3,500 athletes from 46 different states that have participated in the program. We have literally traveled the world with those teams. The programs that we're running for 2014, 2015 take place in Florida. They happen at a complex down in Jupiter, Florida called the Roger Dean Complex. I'll say a few more words about that here in a moment. But in terms of our history, guys, if you've had a chance to visit our website, if you've looked at the alumni section at all, you know that we've now had alumni of our program play literally at every level of college baseball and every level of professional baseball. We're very proud we've had 2 alumni make it to the majors. So I think we do a very good job of preparing guys like yourselves for the next level. As I said, our program for the coming year is going to be held in Jupiter, Florida. The complex that we use is called the Roger Dean Complex. That's where the Cardinals and the Marlins do their spring training. That program is held twice a year. It's held in December, the 27th through the 31st. It's held again in June, the 25th through the 29th. Those dates are on our website. Both of those 5-day programs, guys, are very similar. We bring together college hopefuls, college prospects from around the country. We divide them into small teams of 12 or 13 players each. During the morning in those programs, guys, we play inter-squad games. That's the showcase portion of the day. Guys are showcasing their skills for the college coaches and pro scouts who are there as part of our program. In the afternoon, those same college coaches and pro scouts give you instruction at your primary and secondary positions. In the evening, guys, after a buffet dinner, we do a 1-hour classroom session. That classroom session is run by the college coaches and pro scouts. We'll talk about topics like college recruiting, off-season conditioning, and strength training. We'll talk about baseball-specific topics like hitting mechanics or throwing mechanics. And those evening sessions are also open to what we call boosters. Parents, if your sons qualify for the program, you're going to have 2 choices in terms of travel. You can either make your own arrangements and come down and watch the boys. There's no cost to get into games or see the instruction, so you can go on your own. If you elect to go as part of the program, that's called the booster program, and that enables you not only to see the games and the workouts, but you also get into the classroom seminars in the evening. If you travel as a booster, you stay at the hotel with us, you eat your meals with us, you do everything literally that the boys do. And again, I'll say more about that at the end. Guys, over the course of the next 2 hours, our purpose is not to give you instruction. We're not going to work on fielding mechanics or hitting mechanics this morning. Our purpose in the next 2 hours is simply to evaluate your skills in 4 different areas. We're going to look at you hitting, fielding, throwing, and running. Again, hitting, fielding, throwing, and running. Each of you guys has chosen a primary position. Now, I know you probably played 2 or 3 different spots for the high school team, but what we've asked you to do this morning is choose a spot where you think you can best showcase your That's where you're going to spend your time today, guys. If you qualify at that primary position, then yes, you should expect to play a couple different spots for us in Florida. What will happen from today, guys, everybody that goes through the tryout with us this morning should expect a letter from us within 2 weeks. That letter is going to tell you definitively, one way or the other, whether or not we can offer you a spot in the program. There's no second tryout that you have to go through, so you're going to know probably by the end of this month whether or not we've got a spot for you. Guys often want to know, what are my chances to make the club? Well, I can tell you we'll have hundreds of guys nationwide that will try out for about 100 roster spots. So mathematically, guys, what it comes down to is about 1 in 9 players who tries out ends up on a trip with us. So the way I explain it to people is we're not picking the Olympic team. It's not 1 out of 1,000, but it is still pretty selective. We're picking guys that we think have a realistic chance to come and play at this level, at the college level. All right? At the end of the day, parents, players, we're going to gather again here in the dugout. That'll be the time for questions. So if you have questions about the program, we'd be happy to address those at the end of the tryout. The guys that are staying for the hitting instruction with us, what we'll do is whenever we finish the tryout, roughly noon or 12:30, we'll give the boys 60 minutes to go get a bite to eat. And then they'll come back and we'll begin the hitting instruction. Hitting instruction this afternoon will last for about 90 minutes. We'll do it out there in the cages out behind the outfield fence. Incidentally, while the boys are going through the tryout this morning, if we're down in the bullpen area or we're out in the cages and you folks want to come watch, you're more than welcome to do that. We'd like to have you see the boys perform. All right, enough of me talking, guys. I want to get you moving around. You should have your spikes on. If you don't have them